Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
So we especially came up to be with you all, as this is not something like an ordinary pop festival where you don't see the promoters. they are somewhere, collected the money and then gone, Here we are part of we are listeners, we are audience, we are talkers, we are players, we can ask everything. And that's why Swami is, all Swami is live, we are not separate from you all in any way, nor we feel that we are great teachers or gurus to initiate and to bless you and take you to the heaven. That's not the way our Master Swami Shivananda taught us. He asked us to be simple, to be one with the humanity, and we are trying our level best. But still we can never imitate our Master. So this is why we are trying to bring a new type of understanding. And again, as I told you, it is not like the other type of festivals. We want to be with you and be part of you in every way. And we need your cooperation, your help, in any way you can give. This is all I can talk. Now I'll ask Swami Sachidanji, my colleague, and Swami Venkateshanandi, another colleague. We're all coming from same Shivananda ashram. We lived with our Master Swami Shivananda like brothers, and then we became spiritual brothers. And after Master's departure, we all moved various places for carrying the Master's message. Swami Venkateshanandi was Master's private secretary, and most of the Master's great work has come from this brain. And he has got a really recording brain. Really a recording, he's like a tape recorder. He hear the Master's voice, he would never take one note, and everything is recorded, and then he'll come and put the paper in the typewriter. He just type it and he'll bring verbatim. If you don't believe, that's the way. And that's the kind of brain is there. And here a brain, he can penetrate all the young people's heart. Where it is? God. This penetrates the heart of the young people. He has got a knack of moving into your heart.
Whenever I think of Swamiji and his boundary breaking mission, where are boundaries? Do you know? Have you seen any boundaries? Where are boundaries? What makes the boundaries? Have you ever asked yourselves what makes the boundaries? He and me. I don't think the boundaries are not created with the world. I don't know if you have seen this phenomenon. When I was in South Africa, I went to Cape Town. A friend of mine took me to what is called the Cape Point, right there, the tip of it, the tip of South Africa. And he said, "Do you see there, Swami?" I said, "What?" Look closely." I said, "Yes, I'm looking closely, carefully." "Do you see that line there? This is the Atlantic and that is the Indian Ocean." One sheet of water. One homogeneous sheet of water. So what causes these boundaries, these divisions? Our friend here said man. Pardon? Exactly. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. That is what I was looking for. The human mind. It's not so much man as such. It is a human mind because, please remember, do you know what my flesh is made of? This one here? Perhaps you don't know my diet, do you? Some vegetables, tomatoes, potatoes, I love bananas. All this is just unrotten bananas. Not exactly rotten bananas, these are unrotten bananas. They will rot the moment I leave the body. So is this, so is this, so is this, so is everything. Why is it that potatoes jumping out of the same bowl, we all get together, sit together, eat the same potatoes, and a little later the potato that went into this mouth becomes this mouth, yeah? and the potato that goes into that mouth becomes that mouth, and a little later he starts shouting at me. Why is that? This potato is shouting at this potato. Same potato. So long as they were in the bag, so long as they were in that bowl, they were living quite happily. Understand? It is the human mind that is prejudiced, that is conditioned, that is stupid and that is foolish, and that converts potato into predestination. It is that foolish human mind that converts potatoes into bullets. Otherwise potatoes are harmless, wonderful. Bananas are wonderful, sweet. So that this is what yoga tries to do. This is what Swami Vishnuji has been trying to do here. This is what Swami Sachidananda has been trying to do in the United States. Yoga is not mere gymnastics. Yoga demands that you should breathe. The air shouldn't go in and out, but you should have some control over it. Some discipline, some control over even that. Some control over your body, some control over your prana or the life force, some control over your mind, and there it is. Some control over your mind. The few who are Swami Vishnu just now, gazing at the fire pit, have been through a discipline during the past few days, a discipline that involved a lot of things. Not eating meat and not smoking and not doing this, not doing that, having 3 times cold.